Okay, and the last modification for proposal, as we looked at allowing more compact development types, like duplexes and townhomes, we considered how that might work with our current definition of maximum density. So we currently get a lot of questions from customers who come to DCD and wonder how many units that you can build on their lot. And it's not a very plain spoken or common sense approach that we currently have. Currently, maximum density means the maximum number of dwellings allowed per the net buildable acre as stated for each zone. We're proposing to change that word net to gross, and for these reasons. A gross, so our example comes from the R10 zone. 1 acre equals the potential for 10 dwelling units. And that's how most people assume that it works when they're coming to the city. Oh, I have 1 acre, that means I can build 10 units. That's not how it works. So a net acre means that you would have to subtract any roads or easements or critical areas or critical area buffers from that overall parcel. And that the resulting amount of land, that is what you are allowed to have the number of units from. So this little pie chart here shows that 1 acre, but once you subtract, in this hypothetical scenario, 0.3 acres, you're left over with a much smaller piece, a 0.7 acre with 7 dwelling units instead of what you might assume would be 10. Now, as we're proposing more compact development types, it makes more sense to change this definition. When you're developing single family homes, as you might see in example 1, each one of those structures requires side yard setbacks and other setbacks from other structures. This means that single family homes require more area in order to develop them. They each have their own private driveway. They each have side yard setbacks that push those structures farther apart. Well, if we're considering allowing townhomes and duplexes, that is a much more compact development type that you can build in a smaller amount of land. So in example 2, we'll say that this is half an acre, and so you could develop a potential of 5 dwelling units. In example 2, if that lot is encumbered by a wetland or wetland buffer, utility easements, you might assume that you could build 5 dwelling units, and there's potentially room to build 5 dwelling units. But based off of our definition of net acre, you would only be able to build 2 dwelling units. So it's been challenging to explain to property owners over time how many dwelling units they could have based off of our current definition. And once again, with these more compact development types, it makes more sense than ever to change this definition.